So, a while back, I don't know how far back, but a bit back, I said that the earliest that I knew offhand where you could find a plus 10 grave glowwort, so a great grave glowwort, was in Crumbling Fair, Missoula. Well, I was looking for a plus 9 ghost, and I stumbled upon a great grave glowwort before Crumbling Fair, Missoula. Only one problem. You start off here. You do all of Limgrave, you do all of Liurnia, you do all of Caelid. You honestly don't have to do all three of those. You can honestly just brush through like 90% of Limgrave, brush through like 90% of Liurnia, and then do like half a Caelid, and then just do like two, maybe two and a half underground areas, and you can get a plus 10 ghost. If you want to get a plus 10 grave, you need to go to all the way up into the Mountaintops of the Giants. Get the Giants grave post, which is near the end, and then go off on this side area that I had to look up the first time I got to it because I had no idea how to get to it. It was one of the last few things in the game. I think it was the last cave that I know of that I found, and I had to look it up. And it was one of the like two or three that I had to look up. And it's here. Giant Conquering Hero's Grave. And it is quite possibly the hardest hero grave in the game. Mostly based on the enemies it has. It has just a bunch of very high level burial watchdogs, which are these enemies with like nigh on infinite poise basically. I was really surprised because this little hammer that I got, the stone club, kind of destroyed their poise. I mean, it still took a full charged, like two-handed charged attack, and then it took another like five normal, like light attacks while two-handed. But a charged attack and like five or six light attacks while two-handed, that's nothing. That was easy, and so it actually wasn't that bad running through the place. But you have to get through a lot of high level enemies, and you have to go off into like the very, very far reaching corner to get yourself a great grave. And this is when I finally got my first one. Mind you, I got like, you want to get a great ghost glowwort? You spawn here, go to Gatefront to get your horse, follow the path, take this to skip Stormvale, go across here, and then go into here. And then from here, you can go into here, you can just kind of meander about. You get to here, you go through, and then here. At this guy, you fight this boss, you fight the boss here, you get this, and you can do this as the first boss you fight in the entire game, outside of the, like, tutorial boss, who you're supposed to lose to. Well, not even the tutorial boss, like, just the boss you're supposed to lose to in the area over here when you very first spawn. Outside of them, which I don't count them, you can fight this as your first boss and get a great ghost glow ward. You want to get a great grave, you need to go bare minimum through Limgrave, through Liurnia, through very, very minimum Leyndell, but unless you want to go through Deeproot Depths, like, unless you want to go through Deeproot Depths, you have to go through Altus Plateau, then Leyndell, then Mountaintops of the Giants, all the way through Mountaintops of the Giants to get to here, and then get almost all the way through here to upgrade the weaker ashes. Because it's like, do you think the land squirt ashes are better than Banish Knight Engvall or Mimic Tears or like Black Knife Tish or Battlemage Hugus or Latenna the Elven Orc or Depraved Perfumer Carmon? You think a Man Serpent is better than them? No. They're not bad, but I mean, these ones are probably kind of bad. I haven't used them yet, but they're probably bad. I'm gonna give them a chance, though. You give everything a chance. Like, I've used Latenna once. I used Latenna on... It was my first time beating Estelle. I was using a plus 10 Mimic Tear, and I was getting the floor mopped with me. Estelle was destroying me with a plus 10 Mimic Tear, and I went, man, Mimic Tear just isn't doing anything. Let me try Latenna. And I hadn't upgraded Latenna at all. They were just like this, just base Latenna. Normal, completely unupgraded Latenna beat Estelle first try with her. Didn't upgrade her once, and she was still better than plus 10 Mimic Tear for that one boss, specifically. But it's like, these ashes are all really good. And you can get them fully upgraded way, 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 way sooner.
Greta, you here for...
It just... It doesn't feel right.
I took you no matter how you're up.
But yeah. So you can get a great Grave Glow Ward before Crumbling Fair Missoula, but you're still only like 5 steps away from Crumbling Fair Missoula. And we fully upgraded Battlemage Hugus. And also, I looked and saw that we had 4 golden seeds and we needed 5, so I came back here and killed the giant demonic worm thing because those drop golden seeds, and now Flash charge is already at maximum. Now by this point you can have, can't see it, but down in the bottom left there's the Flask of Cerulean Tears, 10. You can get it to 12 by this point. there were two, because you mostly get them in churches, and there are two churches that I skipped. There's one up here that I skipped, I know. Off the top of my head, I don't remember where the other one is. Just... I mean, it's up here. This one. Yeah, the one with Vike. But doing that, it doesn't make your class a lot better. It just gives you a little bit more per use, which I feel like I'm getting all I need per use. And also we got almost 3 levels now, because I went through that hero grave. And don't know if I should go into intelligence or strength. I think that intelligence would be better, but I'm gonna go into strength because I want to keep them somewhat even. I know I could go into health, but no. I don't think I need it yet. I mean, more health is always useful, definitely. But it's not really a necessity. Like, as long as you can survive, say, like 2 hits, you should be fine. Hello. You are free to ignore me. Oh, Goldie Bat. You are all free to ignore me. This is where Juno Hazalo is, but we didn't do that. Traveling maiden set. That's what Hayata has. Yeah. So to say, I feel like I missed an item here. Yep, Smithing Stone 7. The important item there. You can go down to the right, and that lets you buy, like, the Vagabond set. But I don't really care about that on this run. So we can do this instead.
Where did you go?
Doop. Hello.
Dear sister,
Oh, that looked kind of weird.
you're finally here. No time to waste.
Yep.
Let's see the stars.
I mean, I feel like you could have done that without vanishing into the aether, but whatever. So here you get Primal Glintstone Blade, which makes spells consume less FP, but that is 218 less health. Let's see these. 12, 22, 38. So it goes from 12 to 9, 22 to 17, 38 to 29. Okay, and take this off so I don't auto-heal. And that's how much health I lose. Oof. in a normal sorcery run, it's like, yeah, that's a lot of health lost, but you'll probably look at that and say worth it. But this is kind of a special case. No, it's not here. You can go down, though. So, yeah, the beast eye pivots. So, it'd be over here. Yep. So the person spawning all those things is the Tibia Mariner here. Who we're gonna want to kill because we can. Tibia Mariners, it's like on one hand they're a deliberate fight, which makes them fun. For me, the deliberate fights are the fun ones. But on the other hand, she's really, really weak. Like, they don't really feel like a boss. Because to me, a boss should be a challenge. They should be a test. Hello. Don't care to fight you. The Deathray Birds, I feel like, are a decent example of a boss that does not feel deliberate. It's like their hitboxes are really, really weird. And again, for me, I like bosses to be deliberate, and a wonky hitbox is not deliberate. Or at least it's not good and deliberate. It's like, you can deliberately make a wonky hitbox. That does not mean it's good. Yes, please don't step on me. Yeah, please don't step on me, thank you. Now, on the last run, I didn't record it. Oh boy. Oh, thank you for going over me. I got really scared there. But on the last run, I didn't record it, but I brought this guy down just because I don't like the gonging. Oh, god damn it. I did it again. I was just about to say how I did it last time, and I did it this time. Hopefully it doesn't break again. It broke again. Fuck. Well, what happened was, it like, I broke enough to where it sat down, but like it didn't fully sit down, and I sat at the grace at this weird time where like it thinks that it's sitting down, and so you can't break anymore to make it sit down. But on the other hand, you sat down before it sat down. And so it's not sitting down. And so it's broken. And yeah. I want to get rid of my god. Hugoos. Hugoos. Please. Hugoos. 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 Thank you. For some reason, the ashes always want to go after the other guy. Look at that. I look over and he's just staring at that guy. Stop it. This is the main one. This is the one that is aggroed onto us. This is the one currently biting my face off. So we focus this one. Like I said, this is the one currently swiping at my skull. Ow. Hugoos, please. I got stuck in a rock, I got stuck in a rock, I got stuck in a rock, I got stuck in a rock. But yeah, it's like... Hugoos, please get with the program. Just please. 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 Hugoos, I'm in pain. I am in pain. I have the pain. I am the pain. I am the pain. I am the pain. I am the pain. Never mind, you're the pain. I lied, so you drop your guard. Because truly, I am the pain. But yeah, it's like the first one is wandering around over there. The second one starts off laying here, and then after a minute they get up. And I don't know why, but every single time I spawn my ashes, literally every single time without fail, they just go, but why would we fight this guy when we could bring that guy into the fight as also at the same time? And it's like, no. Don't do that. How about no? That is the stupidest idea I've ever heard in my life. And yet every single time I spawn ashes, they want to do it. Every single time without fail. And every single time, half the fight is just me screaming at my ashes. To please cut it out. Okay. Oh, I think they got stuck up there. I think they got stuck up there, and it took me bombing them to get them off. Which, I've never seen that happen before. So, okay. No, I really don't feel like dealing with any of you. I really don't feel like dealing with any of you. Hello. Now, I know this guy's gonna bash me over the skull 20 times. because they can teleport because they're Mausoleum Knights. Okay. I don't think I should have gotten through that for free. I think that should have hit me. But whatever. With the amount of BS in this game, it's like I'll take the free win, whatever. Which sucks because it's like Bloodborne doesn't have that. In Bloodborne, if you deserve to get hit, you get hit. In Dark Souls 3, it's got a few issues here and there, but for the most part, if you deserve to get hit, you get hit. It's kind of rare for the game to hit you when you don't deserve it. It does happen, but it's kind of rare. Speaking of BS, I'm not fighting that guy. Simply no. Not happening. Those guys are essentially machine guns. Like, they are medieval machine guns. It's like, when you dual wield in this game, you can get different and unique attacks. And something that I've noticed is try dual wielding daggers. Because when you dual wield daggers, your attacks will come out at a similar speed to that guy. The guy dual wielding what looks to be swords. And now we can teleport back to here. Because, mind you, they aren't swords. They're great swords. Now, if you try dual wielding great swords, you get a little something that looks like this. They have both, like how you have the left-hand one. They have both like going down, whereas you have one across your shoulder. Which kind of sucks because you can't fully dress up as one of those enemies, because how you hold the weapons and how they hold the weapons are very different. But it's like dual wield daggers. And this is how you attack. That's how they attack with great swords. So they have extremely high damage and speed. Now, it's okay with daggers because daggers have low damage and range. But they do have the damage and range, which they shouldn't. Now, this is another one of them. Oh man, all three are after me. Wow. Can you hear me annihilating my dodge button? Again. That's what I was doing. And I just was not moving. Which I feel like that's kind of some bullshit. Because you know damn well, if I hit an enemy, they can just roll out of it. And I've used almost every single weapon class, including colossal swords and colossal weapons. I can bash an enemy over a skull with a charged R2, two-handed colossal weapon. And before I can get a normal, like before I can get either a follow-up attack or a light attack, they can just roll away. I can't roll off a normal greatsword swing, much less a colossal sword swing. Nope. 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 And see, that's the problem. Is I was trying to use variety. But this is Elden Ring. Elden Ring is not a game of variety. This is a game of jump attacks. This is the game of jump attacks. I don't know why, but jump attacks in Elden Ring are busted. Like, very, very busted. It's kind of ridiculous. Wrong flask. Ow. I rolled straight backwards instead of back left, like you're supposed to. Can you hear me annihilating my button? At this point, I feel like I've broken my controller. Just because of how much my dodge doesn't work when I'm in the middle of a fight. It works perfectly every single time. No problem when I'm out of a fight. In fact, half the time in a fight it still works. But like, sometimes it just decides to not work. And you can't even blame it on stamina, because I'm staring at I'm not even looking at the boss. Mind you, I am not looking at the boss. I'm going... Like, I'm fighting this boss purely off of sound cues and intuition. I spent that entire fight staring at my stamina bar. And whenever I went... It's because I had stamina. And either a sound cue or intuition told me to roll, and the game was just like, you're not gonna roll, buddy boo. Which, again, I feel like that's some bullshit. But whatever. I feel like, because that, for me, Nile is a B tier boss, but he could easily be bumped up to high A tier if they just got rid of the like 2 summons that he has. Because I only have 2 problems with him. One is the summons, and 2 is it's very, very easy for you to get stun locked. But the only reason you get stun locked is because of the 2 summons. Which means you get rid of the summons. Like, I don't care if they double his health bar. In fact, I'd probably enjoy that. Double his health bar, get rid of the 2 summons. He'd instantaneously, he would jump to a high A tier boss. I would really love him. I mean, he's enjoyable now, but only after you get through the chore of clearing out his 2 stooges. Because the stooges aren't fun. Only the boss himself. And whenever there's a boss and then the boss has like some stooges in this game, which happens a lot, don't know why, it's kind of weird. But every time that it does happen, without fail, I think this boss would be way better if they just got rid of the stooges. But anyways, down there you can see Mikola's Halig tree. And then over there you can see the consecrated snowfield. And the wandering mausoleum that's over there. And this is why the Grand Lift of Rold is important. Like, that site of grace. Now, this is the point in the game where, again, I feel like they ran out of time. They ran out of money, resources, whatever. And we're just like, we're known for making hard games. We're just going to throw a lot of BS difficulty at the player. Instead of making things difficult naturally. Like, they just took the enemies from Caelid, cranked their health up, cranked their damage up, put more of them around, and then said, okay, we're done. And this is always the point in the game where I just get tired of things. I'm just like, yeah, game, I get it. You're Dark Souls. You're hard, I get it. You gotta be difficult. But you ran out of things to be difficult about. And so you just started cranking health and damage. The 2 things that really shouldn't be cranked up unless they have to be. It's like health and damage are 2 of the most powerful buffs something can get. Assuming it has health and damage. Yep. There's a pop-up there. Like, when you pull the lever, there's a pop-up that's like, somewhere a door has opened. And when that pop-up happens, you can't roll or do anything. And so you have to... I feel like that was part of the trap. Is that pop-up, and then you have to, like, accept the pop-up before the game lets you continue on and dodge. Now, way back off in Nokron, here, I think it's right here, you fight Mimic Tier. And I said some people like to take off their equipment to fight Mimic Tier. And I don't do that, but I like that chi strategies are being found. I'm gonna show what that's like. Just because this is the point of the game where it throws a lot of BS at you. And it's just tiresome. I mean, we could probably just let Hughes fight them. But yeah. If you look, they just have their fists. And a torch that I keep equipped. And so they're only doing like 1 to 2 damage. And Hughes does 143 when he decides to use the one attack that hits. So we can just come over here, we can sit back, we can relax, and we can watch this fight play out. I was about to say, if Hugo doesn't decide to come running at me for no reason. It's like, on one hand, Hugo wants to be like, fight! On the other hand, he's like, no, I have to stay near my host. You know, if he's far away, that means he doesn't want to fight. So it's fun to see their computer brain be like, I don't know what to do. But yeah, like I said, I normally don't do this, but I mean, it still fits with the Battlemage challenge run. And it's something that I get to show off. And again, this is, once you hit Mountaintops of the Giants, and everyone I've talked to and every like video I've seen and every person I've heard pretty much agrees. Mountaintops of the Giants was poorly done. And most people say it's because they ran out of time. But it's like, that's why I keep saying that this project was too ambitious. They tried putting too much in and didn't have the time. They wanted too much. They should have pulled it back. It's like, there are some things they could have cut. Which, yeah, it would suck to see things get cut, but like, there are some things that just aren't needed. It's like, you could cut out the consecrated snowfield. And just have it be Nicholas Hallentree. Grade 9. But yeah, you could easily do that. You could easily cut out a ton of the caves. because a ton of the caves simply are not needed. 30, 40. I feel like that's fine. I feel like we can just go into health and mind mostly now. But yeah, look at this. Look at this. I don't even feel like I need to say more. Just look at this. This feels like... Well, it doesn't feel like it is a gimmick area. Of, oh, just follow the lights. From one light to the next. Just keep following the lights. And eventually you'll find a location where you actually have visibility. Maybe. Maybe someday. Maybe someday you'll get visibility. And like, it just... Like, this could have been a DLC. This could have been the first area of the DLC. Slurp. It's like, it could have been. It could have been. I mean, we haven't gotten the DLC yet. But that's what they could have done. They could have set this aside and been like, we'll put this in the DLC. Oh my god. I have to go and actually smack you. Stop it. Just stop it. And here you get a purple torch. Which is the best torch aesthetically. And then you get golden seed. From here you can just generally head north. You don't really need to follow any lights. I mean, the lights are still there, but you don't really need to. And yeah, I was about to say somewhere here. Pretty sure it's just over here. Yep. You get the Side of Grace. And something fun, and by fun I mean not at all fun. Well, a few things. One, those little ball things, yeah, they are basically ranged machine guns, aka machine guns. They can stun lock you, hit you several times in quick succession from range. They have quite a long range. And also, I found out apparently they're invincible because I tried destroying them multiple times. I was never able to damage them. And then there's another one of those. It gives you just like a curved sword. It's a cool looking curved sword, but it's not really anything special. But if you go there at night, there are two. Don't know why there'd be two, but there are two Knights Cavalry. And if you kill both, you get their armor set. Which, again, I don't know why they'd put 2. See, it's like... Jesus Christ. When it comes to enemies that take half your health bar in a single attack, I'm fine with this. Because she doesn't have 10,000 HP. Hey, look at that. I was able to dodge a move for once. For once, me spamming the dodge button with stamina actually let me dodge. That is a first, probably an Elden Ring. Like, with my luck, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the first time it's ever happened. It's not, but it's so fucking rare that, like, it might as well be. Because the game really does not like when you try to dodge. There's another dog over there. Hi. I know I could be hitting the dogs with the hammer. Oh yeah, bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark all you want. Bark, bark, bark all you want. I don't know why that happens. If you step on a frostbitten body, it goes like with ice. I think it's kind of funny, but I don't know why it happens. But in the top left under stamina, we got the little... It's from all the way on the right, one left. It's like the little site of grace with the X. It just means you can't teleport. Which tends to mean boss fight, invasion, or you're in a cave. Which... Are you good? Wow. For the second time in history. I looked, saw that I had stamina, tried dodging, and actually dodged. We got a first and second in history. What a miracle. Oh, there we go. You dodged one. There you go, bud. Oh, bud. Turns out, not only did I have not only did I have a magic hammer, I had a normal hammer. But yeah, Sanguine Noble set. It is a beautiful set. It is... I mean, honestly, it's worth going this far into the game to get it. It's worth going through the consecrated snowfield. It's worth going through Mountaintops of the Giants to get it. Like, just to get that set. Because it is one of my favorite looking sets in the entire series. It looks really, really good. But now we got to here. You can get here way earlier. But... eh. it's part of a side quest that starts in Liurnia that I didn't really care to do. Like, I did pretty much all the quests in the previous run, so you can go check that out if you want to learn where to go for all the quests. Also, Elven Orcs, the bow people. This is, I mean, kind of weird because Latenna is like, oh, I want to search for the Hailing Tree so that way my people can have a place to be safe, or whatever nonsense she wants. They look pretty safe here, and they're basically at the Hailing Tree. Also, black knife set. And the armor acts like Krepus's vial, like the chest piece, where it lets you move silently, which is cool. It's scary, but it's cool. And there are two things here. There's this. And then there's the thing, like there's the church by or past the giant exploding Wanderer's Mausoleum. Which, yeah, you can see it there. It shoots out a ton of, like, cannon of Haimas. And they are so massive and powerful that they tank the frame rate of the game. Which is impressive, I suppose. I mean, as someone who wants a somewhat stable frame rate, that's not very fun, but something can be impressive and not fun. This game certainly does it. Love how I hit Mountaintops of the Giants and immediately became a pessimist. Just instantly started hating the game. Which, like, I don't hate this game. Like, I'd say this game is like... if I'm not looking at Mountaintops of the Giants, it's like a 7.25. Just because I remember Mountaintops of the Giants. But if you just took Mountaintops of the Giants and you just cut it out, and you just had Limgrave, Liurnia, Caelid, Altus Plateau, and then like Crumbling Fair Missoula, this game would be like an 8.5. It is a good game. Hello.
O young yet towering sister of ours, let the birthing droplet in and create life for us, for all the Albinorics.
Can the Elven Orcs not give birth?
Thank you. I finally fulfilled my purpose.
Yeah, somber ancient dragon smithing stone.
Our young yet towering sister will give us hope. Now that nothing is left unfinished, I will join you in battle to the bitter end. And when the fighting is done, then you may lay me to rest. beside Lobo, my dear wolf.
Kind of wish that you could go back to her wolf Lobo and get like some kind of prompt to put her to rest and have you lose her and maybe get another reward, but maybe I dream too big. Maybe we need to be happy with our young but towering sister. But yeah,